Not a pretty split right there for Lagerman. We also saw here at the tournament a very good Delaware State team with their head coach, Kim Terrell Kearney. Not only their first trip as a bowling team to the NCAAs, but in the entire athletic department, their first NCAA tournament wins earlier this weekend. So congratulations to them. Lagerman will have to be satisfied with just the 2. So 2 open frames to start out game 2 for Nebraska, after they did not have but just the 1 in the opener.
That's why it's so crucial during the game. You have to be looking over at that other lane every now and then just to see how everyone is playing. Great shot there. Getting the break with the trip 4.
Allie Scully letting it rip.
Going just a little bit high on the head pin, but getting a little help to knock that 4 out. Shots like that changes the whole momentum of the game.
Now they are up 20, and Danielle Vandermeer will try and right the Husker ship.
Coming in just a little bit light, leaving the 2-8. Double wood shot. Most of the time you use your strike shot, your strike ball, make a move off of that.
And take that 2 directly into the 8 behind. Vandermeer along with Calberry, the 2 international players. Bill Straub says they've really brought a lot to this team. A lot of vitality was the word he used. They have been keeping everybody loose, and wow, that's 3 straight now for Nebraska. Leaving pins on the wood.
Missed way in around that, between that 2nd and 3rd arrow, and the ball hooked, which is where the track is, and where that hook spot is. They could use that shot, though, as seeing how they need to be playing the lanes.
Now Natalie Cortez. Two in a row for the Jennies, and they open up the big lead here in game number 2, trying to tie up the match. Calberry will try and end the drought here for the Huskers. Three, 6-10 remains.
Well, definitely took a cue from the other girls. Didn't throw it way to the right. Went a little bit more direct up the lane, but the ball hooks right on the back end, right through the head pin, leaving the 3-6-10.
You see the yellow arrow there on the lower left. That's where you'd like the ball to be placed.
And I don't know if everybody saw that, but she got up on the approach to get ready and then stepped back because the coach asked her to step back. They wanted to discuss it before she got up to shoot her spare.
Too high. And Nebraska's got to be thinking, hey, what's going on in this right lane? That's 4 open frames to start out.
Bill, up off his seat, I heard him yell, "It's all right, it's all right." Get up there, they're going to regroup. They have 6 more frames. And let me tell you, in Baker, it's never over until the 10th frame.
Christopher would like to add to the doubt in their minds right here. Remain.
Looked like a pretty good shot off her hand. Went right through the nose, leaving the 3-10. We've seen a couple 3-10s on that lane. Both have been converted.
And this one's called the baby split. Try and nick that 3 on the way by to the 10. Christopher, the anchor, cleans it up.
3 for 3 on the baby splits, and that is just not an easy spare, or I should say easy split conversion.
And now Nebraska finding itself down 50 pins here with Leuthold in the 5th frame. And then, of course, with the Baker format, they will all have another frame to try and regroup and rebound. Leuthold will start it off with the strike. Nebraska trying to get back in it. A lot of work to do here in game number 2 after the Huskers took the opener 200 to 185. We're at the Canton Super Bowl for the 2009 NCAA National Championship. Welcome back to the Canton Super Bowl and the NCAA Women's Bowling National Championships. Here's how the team qualified and hence got their seeding. The final 8 teams remaining in the tournament. Nebraska, the 1 seed, and Central Missouri coming out as the 6th seed, and they went through the rest of the field. Both of these teams actually had to win out of the losers bracket with, if necessary, games earlier tonight that allowed them to push through to the final.
Getting through the losers bracket is not an easy thing to do. It's you know, takes a toll on you mentally and physically.
Smidge low for Alyssa Surgis. The lead off now in the 6th frame for the Jennies of Central Missouri.
Barely taps the head pin, leaves the 2-4-5. She's going to change to a spare ball.
Missed that one to the left. And an open frame now for the Jennies. And Nebraska's had too many open frames here in the second. In fact, Henning, Lagerman, Vandermeer, and Calbury starting out this game with 4 open frames. And that's how they fell behind by 50 pins at the break. Now each of them an opportunity to make amends.
Every one of their bad shots except one has been to the right of the second arrow. The ball has never made it back up to the head pin. You can see right here, throwing it way out around the 8 and 9 board. Ball's never getting there. It's a longer pattern. Longer patterns tend to tell you you need to play closer to the head pin, which is around that second arrow, the 11th, 12th board, right between second and third arrow. I think they need to take a giant step left and move their eyes left to get somewhere between that second and third arrow. Because with 2 games almost completed on this pair, you're going to get a little bit of a hook spot around that second arrow, that 10 board.
They are obviously flustered. Another open frame. That's the 5th in 6 frames with the Leuthold strike. And now Kim Wallace, the left-hander, is low. 1-3-6 up.
Now her adjustment's going to be a little bit harder. Yes, she has her team to talk to, but she is the only left-hander, so it's not as if there's another left-hander bowling going, wow, okay, her ball hooked, or oh, wow, she threw it good. Her adjustments need to be made off of what she's doing or what she thinks.
Wallace picks up the spare. Through 7 frames, the big lead for the Jennies. And now back over to Nebraska and Jasmine Lagerman. Well done by Lagerman.
Playing much more of an inside line. That's where I think the team needs to be on both lanes.